do. Hello and welcome back to Silver Creek Falls. The controls are the same as before. We'd like to kindly remind you that there are puzzles that combine logic, memory, and knowledge. Frequent saves and use of pen and paper to take notes about detail is recommended. I got my pencil right here. 2 weeks before the incidents at Silver Creek Falls, Munich, Bavaria, Germany. Ooh, that's a one. Jack, find the police station and speak to some police person. We're gonna look both ways before we cross the street. Police station. Well, here I am. I just walk into someone's house. Ah, the ficus. No, oh, this is a guy from the noble plant that seems to be used everywhere these days. I guess interior designers really love them. No time to sit down. I must go and see Holden. Hallo, ik würde gerne mit Polizio Beratoso sprechen. Inspector Walsingham, am I correct? Oh, you speak English. Wonderful. Sorry, was my awful German so obvious? Pretty much. Especially mine. A little, but it's fine. German is a very hard language, so we appreciate it when people try to speak it. Holzel told me he was meeting you this morning. I think he should be ready to see you now. Wonderful. Danke schön. Oh, Dr. Shane. So what does that mean? I go through this door? You're really not telling me a freaking thing so far. Hans, how are you, old friend? The gold star suits you. Mark, willkommen. Have you had breakfast yet? Yeah, I had a strudel with some hot chocolate earlier. So is your team ready? Have they gone through the drills I instructed? Yes, we've run them quite a few times. I must say, Mark, it sure feels great being back in action. It will be good to work side by side again. About that, I'll be here to help drill and brief the team, but unfortunately I have to fly to the US next week to finalize some business. So, is this it? Yup, the big fish. I leave this in your care. Don't worry, I won't fail you, old friend. I know you won't, Hans. Present day. Unknown location. Bertie County, North Carolina. You can park your car overnight here, son. I know the owner of this convenience store. Okay then. Can't we go to a hotel? I know this fantastic hotel not too far away from here. They have ears everywhere. We'll talk up in my cabin. Let's go. Can we at least talk about what just happened? He rushed us straight to the car and and had us drive here way over the speed limit. Theoretically, we should have stayed with the bodies and called in reinforcements. Theoretically. There was no time. Besides, all three of us had to leave their fucking bodies unattended. Besides, more men were coming, and I would have had to fight them all off. Oh, I see. Let's go to my cabin. Let's see. Now I remember what's going on. We'll talk more there. It's just beyond this path, you see. Here. Which path? This path? Going down the path. Going down the path. Let it break. My cabin is just up there to the left. We need some firewood and some food for the night. You guys tired? Yeah, too fucking tired to be picking up firewood, dude. Didn't we got that at like a gas station? A bit, but it's okay. What do you need? Take that little path to the right and keep following it. You should see a little orchard I said. Please pick up some fruit and some firewood. He's gonna cook some apples. No problem. Where the hell is this clown going? So, are we going to talk about what just happened? Still have been a bit of shock, to be honest. Thank God that Lee Davis was there to save us. But how did he know we'd be there? Let's not forget that he did leave us clues. He did leave clues behind for other cops to find out what he knew. It's not impossible to assume that he'd be tracking us too. Do you think we can trust him? Yeah, he could have killed us right after killing those guys in hazmat suits, but he didn't. Clearly he wants to work with us to solve the case. I guess, but we really should have stayed at the crime scene and waited for reinforcements. Shall I call the Bernie County Police? Please don't. This time you're here with the FBI instead of by invitation from local police, so you should keep it in FBI hands. I'll give my unit chief a call when we get to the orchard. Sounds good. Get to the orchard and get some wood. There's lots of wood all over here. And some apples over there. Oh, look at that. They fenced in this orchard quite not right. Look, I'm gonna call my chief. Have the rest of the one if you like. I'll pick up some food for you when I'm done talking. Yeah, right. It's okay. I'm not too tired anyway, so I'll pick some now. I'll be back when I've picked enough. While you're stalling for time on the phone. Cool. Thanks a lot. I'm really too damn lazy to help you with the firewood and apples. How far up the way to go? Edit apple. Why is he talking to me if he's on the phone? Apple added to inventory. I think he's getting firewood too. Apple has been added to your inventory. Just rock out of my way. I think this is wrong, but I don't know where I'm supposed to get this firewood from unless the old man is getting So, what did your unit chief say? He told me to stick with Lee Davis for now as he is a person of interest. They're sending a team over to that secret lab to investigate. That looked really bad, just like the rooms in the sorority. You really think it was human experimentation? We'll know after the FBI team gets there. I already sent my chief the photos from inside so he has an idea of what happened, of what type of food to send. Besides, I have a feeling this case isn't so simple. We should talk to Lee and see what he knows. He's been following this case from the shadows for a while. Surely he knows something we don't. Think? I thought I was supposed to get wood, too. Let's see what happens. 6 apples. I would really like some tofu more. We didn't get any wood, but we're gonna go back anyway. I know we're going to be doing something, but maybe he said he was getting wood and I just didn't pay attention. Wood, 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 wood. Who's gonna get the wood? We're out here in the woods. And here who's got some benches? We can break up the benches if we we should do as Lee Davis says and collect apples and firewood. Am I that much of a retard? Where the fuck am I supposed to get the firewood? Let's go back. Firewood. Get your firewood along the path. Firewood. Firewood. I suppose I really wasn't paying attention. Firewood. We got this little tree down here. Firewood. I think we have enough firewood and apples. Let's head back. Firewood. I thought you were carrying the firewood, and I thought you were carrying the firewood. Oh, we better go back and pick it up. How about this? We split it. You take half the firewood and half the apples, and I'll take half the wood and half the apples. Okay, fine. Oh, Lee Davis! Lee Davis, we're here! Welcome to my cabin. Did you get the fruit and firewood? I sure hope so. Yes, here it is, in my sock. Thank you. Why was it in your sock? So, can we talk about what just happened? Everyone in Silver Creek Falls thinks you're either dead or you abandoned them. I was afraid of this, but they don't understand. Understand what? I had no choice. Here, make yourselves comfortable. It's a long story. Go on. After I finished at the scene of the car crash, I decided to look over the bloodbath at the sorority house again. It was, after all, the scene that contained the most evidence. Something about it bothered me, and I knew something about it was so off. It was a house full of blood. Nothing about it was right. I mean, the fact that there were no signs of forced entry, that someone achieved so much carnage with no resistance in entering the house. It's bizarre. True, normally you'd think after the first murder at least one of the other girls would have heard, "Oh, something!" What the hell was that? Something and locked themselves in their rooms or tried to escape or fight the perpetrator. Exactly. Furthermore, it was their neighbors that reported that they had heard singing and chanting. So they were all in the same room. Isn't it strange that they didn't hear screams if they had been assaulted? Well, yeah, that is kind of strange. So I went there to investigate again. As I walked through to the bedrooms, I heard a faint scratching in the room most to the right. I I walked to the room, and as I entered the room, I caught a brief look at... what was it? It's mighty hard to describe. It was the size of a full-grown man, but had a smooth coat like a beaver or an otter, but the hair was whitish gray. What? I only caught a brief look at it, as it then lunged at me and attacked me. It knocked me to the floor and began trying to pin me down. Fortunately, I was able to push it off, then punch it in the chest. As I stood up, it lunged at me again, but I was able to land a hook on its face and knocked it back 2 or 3 feet. It then scurried away into one of the giant holes in the ground. My God. So, those do lead somewhere. So, what did you do after? I realized that whatever I had just fought was not normal. I had already felt the presence tailing me for a while. So I then knew I truly was not safe. I then packed my stuff, left a note and cassette for someone to find, and redeployed to my secret cabin. You abandoned your town, you coward. Why did you do it? Say our compound and let the man speak. Let's not forget he just saved our lives. Military strategy. When you do not know your enemy, it is best to redeploy to buy time so one can analyze the situation. I knew that if I typed my report telling it as it happened and then requested reinforcements, no one in Raleigh would believe me, so I did what I had to. I disappeared. Doesn't really make sense, but okay. Why didn't you tell Deputy Hill? Simple. I expected the boy to inform his superiors in Raleigh that I had gone missing, so they would assign a new sheriff. Of course, you just faked your signature and got Instructor Morse and I on the case instead. Later, the FBI too. It all went even better than I expected. Theoretically. What do you mean by theoretically? You're ungrateful. My strategy was to investigate from the shadows. It's a lot easier to keep your eyes on things like this when you don't have to appear in the public eye. Furthermore, I expected the pressure from the FBI to show cracks in the case and finally reveal who was behind all this. But then the FBI pulled out of the case and only left Agent West and myself. Someone with some power pulled people away from this investigation. That's so suspicious. So how was it that you were in the exact right place to save Agent Valdez and myself? I had actually been tailing you two after Agent West was murdered, which is why I also left you those convenient clues so you could follow and find out what I knew and perhaps use your status, Agent Valdez, as an FBI agent to then be able to go deeper into the case. I see. So when we discovered the secret lab, why didn't you reveal yourself to us so you could go inside as well? Just as you two reached the park and entered the lab, I saw a group of armed men approaching. I knew they meant to eliminate you two, so I killed them and hid their bodies. After that, I stood guard close to the secret lab in case they sent more men, which they did at the end. Thanks for that. Just doing my duty, son. So what did you see inside? Here, let me show you the photos I took. Is it okay if I go and lie down for a while? We were up all night in that secret lab. Certainly, go ahead and use my bedroom. I just put in fresh sheets.